Wish I could turn this off. I don't want to see myself. So tomorrow, April 17th, is the day that the Mario Kart World Switch Direct comes out for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I think, hold on actually, I think that something big is coming based on what they have said. But first, we can't talk about it until I introduce you to this episode's sponsor, Poopy's Chunko Turdy Nibbles, the fiber-filled fun for your butts. No. The fiber-filled fun your butt's been begging for. So, in an interview that IGN had with Bill Trinan, Bill stated that they want to be looking at each individual game and look at the content of the game and the value, and then say what is the right price for the value of this entertainment. With Mario Kart World costing $80, if we go off of this sentence that they're saying, it's almost like they're implying that it's, let's say it's $10 of value more than Tears of the Kingdom. Let's say it's $20 of value more than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In that case, based on what we've seen from the gameplay footage so far and the few little snippets of gameplay, I feel like we're missing a big chunk of content that they've been very sneakily been cutting out of all of their videos that they've released so far. I know I personally have put around in maybe 120 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. There's just so much to do. There's side quests, there's the main quest, there are so many weapons, so many enemies. So that game, when it came out, was $10 more than what a game would usually cost. And so if they're saying that they're going to be charging more for some games based on their value, so I feel like it's kind of safe to assume that Mario Kart World will maybe be $20 of value more than Tears of the Kingdom, or they're actually just crazy and they actually just want to make extra bank and incentivize you to buy the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart World. But let's go ahead and take them at their word and assume that they are telling the truth and that this game is going to have just oodles of content to make it justify the $80 price tag. What kind of stuff would this game have to make it worth $80 freaking dollars? Based on what we've seen so far, not counting again the direct on the 17th because I'm recording this on the 16th, it's very strange for them to have only shown off around 30 courses. Even though, granted, they are in this big old world, this interconnected world, the world, of course, has been shown off to be pretty empty so far. I know there have been a few clips where you could see someone was playing and on the overview map, there was a little P switch in the bottom left, like 0 out of 5. And this certain track, there's 8 costumes for this character. But again, I'm trying to come at this from the mindset of this game is $80 worth of content. Got to have more content than Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Smash Bros. Ultimate. Do you remember how much, oh my word, the campaign for Smash Bros. Ultimate was absolutely massive. I remember I got to the end and I'm like, sweet, I beat it. And then it just kept going. This is exactly what I'm hoping to be the case, showing off tomorrow in the Mario Kart World Direct. So while I think that this is absolutely wishful thinking, I wanted to go ahead and state what I would love to see just be the huge wow factor for this game that makes it so replayable over the next, 12 years if they take another 12 years to make another Mario Kart game. Although we do have Kirby Air Ride coming out the same year, which I think is a really strange choice for them to have Kirby Air Ride, a new Kirby Air Ride game coming out in the same year as a new Mario Kart. Like, I would have loved a new Kirby Air Ride game like 5 years ago to help with the wait between Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart World. But anyways, here's I wanted to say my dream idea for what I want to see in the Mario Kart World Direct tomorrow. And again, the fact that they're doing a Direct instead of, they've shown us so much gameplay so far and trailers that it's really weird for them to have a Direct announced. So I guess I should start with what's probably actually going to happen, which is I'm assuming there is going to be some kind of main story that takes place across the world. Maybe not a main story, but just like some kind of goal. I know there's been a few screenshots that kind of imply that we're going to be maybe beating some bosses across the world to unlock Rainbow Road, which isn't shown on the map. I mean, they can't get rid of Rainbow Road. There's no way. But what I would love to see in Mario Kart World is that the world they have shown us so far is maybe just the beginning. I want to see that those 30 tracks is actually just maybe a third or just a fourth of the game, and that we'll be getting 60 tracks, 90 tracks, 120 tracks. Again, compare it to the value of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which with DLC costs, I don't know, $90? $85. And for $85, you are getting 96 tracks. That is insane. So for $5 less, do they think that a third of the tracks that you're getting is worth it to have just an open world between them? Maybe, but the world really, really would need to have just a ton of stuff to do in it in that case. But again, here's my dream. I wanted to dream. I wanted to look out to the stars and let my heart go aflutter and just bask in the idea that there are multiple worlds. And the fact that they're getting rid of the crossover characters was so weird to me. You know, they added Link, Animal Crossing, Splatoon to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it was the coolest thing. With Smash Bros. Ultimate being such a big deal, everyone is here, yada yada. It just, the whole time I was thinking like, oh, the next Mario Kart, they're taking so long because they got to, they're obviously going to be doing the Everyone's Here Mario Kart, where people from every single IP, you have all these characters. So here's what I would like to see in the Direct tomorrow. I would like to see multiple open worlds, even if they're smaller, even if it's just like 10 more tracks per tiny island. I want to see like Zelda Island. I want to see Pokemon Island. I want to race as Mewtwo in a Pokeball themed kart. I want to see, I'm sure there would be, I don't know, Xenoblade Island. I don't play those kinds of games, but I have friends who certainly do, so I'll shout that one out just for them. I want to see, gosh, what else is there? Donkey Kong Island? Donkey Kong's already confirmed to be in the game, but Donkey Kong Island that adds Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, Cranky Kong, and the Pokemon Island, would add Pikachu. Oh, Animal Crossing Island? How could I forget Animal Crossing Island? Splatoon Island? I want this to be Mario Kart World. Like, I want this world to be absolutely massive. And so maybe we won't see that tomorrow, but I'm still holding out hope that that'll be DLC. And if it is DLC, how much is the DLC gonna cost if they're already charging $80 for the base game? Is this gonna be like $120, $150 investment over the next 6 years or so? I'm not expecting them to announce the DLC tomorrow, because that would just be so weird to announce DLC. Maybe they'll announce some kind of free update system where it's like, play this game, and coming early 2026, that's when we're adding Pokemon Island, where you get to unlock all the Pokemon characters. It just kind of makes sense for all the weird character choices that they're adding to Mario Kart World, like the bat. I just can't get over the bat and the dolphin being characters. It's like, I look at the bat and I'm like, this could have been Mewtwo. Let me race as Mewtwo. It's not that hard. I've heard a few people say that maybe the content is going to be a bunch of social tournament hub kind of things, like this week you're having special races or something, and then you like what would you unlock? There needs to be some kind of unlocking system, and from what I've seen so far, you unlock costumes by eating the food across the world, and then the costumes are an alternate character selection. It's not like a costume selection, which is also super weird. So I'm really hoping tomorrow that also changes. Something like Smash Bros would be great, where it's just you select a character and then you choose a costume. But maybe Nintendo's not used to the whole characters having costumes thing, which is kind of a good thing, because if they were, up to date with it, then they would be charging $15 per costume or something dumb. But they did do that in Smash Bros for the Miis, so maybe they are familiar with it. I don't know. Basically, I wanted to say, from what we've seen so far, I really don't think $80 is justified by this price. And just going by their own words that they say we're valuing games at what we think they should cost for their value, going by that, it needs to have more value. And then there's the flip side where maybe that's just business speak for we know everyone's going to buy it, so we're making it expensive. And we want people to buy the $500 Switch 2 bundle, so another reason to make it more expensive. I really, really, really hope that's not the case, and that they weren't just lying during the interview and they said, oh yeah, value, blah, blah, blah. The fact that Donkey Kong Bonanza is only going to cost $10 less, it's so weird. Like, that kind of does imply that they know, oh, less popular franchises will charge less for it, and more popular will charge more for it. But that's dumb, and that I feel like that would be more likely if they hadn't said the thing of more value equals more cost. I'm personally absolutely fine with more value equals more cost, which is why I'm hoping tomorrow that they show us the dank values, bro. That's about it. That's about all I have. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. As you can probably tell, I'm not used to doing this, so I feel very strange talking to a camera, but I have just been so excited for the Switch 2 that I've been watching just every video I can get my hands on, and I said, what if I made my own video? Then I can watch my own video. So, if you liked this, please, as usual, leave a likey and a subscribey. And if you hated it, please leave a downvote and tell me in the comments why you hate my face. If you want more content like this, also let me know. And if you don't, also let me know. If you want to watch more content like this, that's too bad, because I don't have any. So, I played Satisfactory. So I have a whole gameplay playlist of that. I play other games with my friends, just other random things on this channel. So if this video doesn't really go anywhere, then this is probably the last time you'll see me do something like this. But it was kind of fun. Always fun to talk about Mario Kart. Bye!